Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so we know you've sent us a huge pile of articles, all really zeroing in on one big frustration point. You're putting in the work, studying English, you get the grammar, but then a native speaker starts talking, like full speed, and suddenly it all just turns into this overwhelming blur of sound. It's confusing. So today, we're diving deep into that feeling. Our mission is to show why something that sounds a bit backward practicing slow listening might actually be your best shortcut to getting truly naturally fluent. We're going to unpack the brain science behind it, bust that myth that you have to be fast to be fluent, and give you 5 concrete tips, plus some actual conversation examples from your research.
Yeah, that feeling of being overwhelmed is so common for learners. And honestly, it often starts because people jump into the wrong kind of listening practice too soon. A lot of beginners, they dive straight into fast stuff movies, the news, quick YouTube vlogs, and their brain just can't keep up. It leads to that feeling of being lost, stressed out, and sometimes, yeah, people just give up.
Exactly. And that's why we really need to flip the script on this. Slow listening isn't, it's not like a beginner step you leave behind. It's
Yeah.
actually a really smart strategy.
And there's some really interesting brain science that explains why. When speech comes in too fast, your brain basically has to use almost all its energy just trying to catch the sounds, just hold on to them long enough to even try and figure out what they mean. Researchers talk about this overwhelming your working memory.
Ah, okay. So your brain is so busy just holding the sounds, it doesn't have the space left to actually understand them.
Precisely. So by slowing things down, you dramatically lower that mental burden. You give the brain the crucial milliseconds it needs. Time to actually hear the word sound, connect that sound to its meaning, and see where it fits in the sentence, the grammar. When the input is clear and slow, that sound to meaning link happens almost instantly. It stops being this heavy translation effort.
Right. It's kind of like strength training for your ears. I love that analogy in the source material about building listening muscles.
Mm.
You would just storm into a gym and try to lift the heaviest weight
Mhm.
first, right? You start with something manageable, build up that core strength, and then the heavy stuff feels easier later.
Exactly. And that feeling of it being doable is so important. The research really stresses this. If the material is engaging, but not so fast that it just confuses you and causes stress, your fluency actually grows much, much faster. Understanding builds comfort.
And that comfort then feeds into this positive cycle, doesn't it? You understand more, so you feel more confident. That confidence gives you the courage to actually try speaking, experiment a bit. And speaking is how you get fluent. So if you're wondering if listening to slower English is somehow cheating or not good enough, remember the goal. It's not about sounding like a machine gun. It's about clear, confident, natural sounding English. Okay, so if we buy into this idea that slower input builds that foundational strength, how does that help with the tricky part, actually sounding fluent when you speak?